The following evening, when Nandu and Chotu came home with the buffalo herd, they found a crowd of curious villagers surrounding a jeep in which sat three strangers with guns. They were hunters, and they were accompanied by servants and a large store of provisions. They had heard that there was a tiger in the area and they wanted to shoot it. This man had money to spend, and as most of the villagers were poor, they were prepared to go into the forest to make a mason or tree platform for the hunters. The platform big enough to take the three men was put up in the branches of a tall mahogany tree. Nandu was told by his father to tie a goat at the foot of the tree. While these preparations were being made, Chotu slipped up and circled the area with a plan of his own in mind. He had no wish to see the tiger killed and he had decided to give it some sort of warning. So he tied a bit and pieces of old clothing on small trees and bushes. He knew the wily old king of the jungle would keep well away from the area if he saw the bits of clothing for where there were men's clothes. There would be men. The vigil kept by the hunters lasted all through the night, but the tiger did not come near the tree. Perhaps he'd got Chotu's warning, or perhaps he wasn't hungry. It was a cold night, and it wasn't long before the hunters opened their flasks of rum. Soon they were whispering among themselves. Then they were chattering so loudly that no wild animal would have come anywhere near them. By morning they were fast asleep. They looked grumpy and shamefaced as they trounced back to the village. Wrong time of the year for tiger, said the first hunter. Nothing left in these parts, said the second. I think I have caught a cold, said the third, and they drove away in disgust. It was not until the beginning of the summer that something happened to alter the hunting habits of the tiger and bring him into conflict with the villagers. There had been no rain for almost 2 months, and the tall jungle grass had become a sea of billowy dry yellow. Some city dwellers camping near the forest had been careless while cooking and had started a forest fire. Slowly it spread into the interior from where the acrid fumes smoked the tiger out towards the edge of the jungle. As night came on, the flames grew more vivid, the smell stronger. The tiger turned and made for the marsh, where he knew he would be safe provided he swam across to the little island in the center. Next morning, he was on the island, which was untouched by the fire, but his surroundings had changed. The slopes of the hills were black with burnt grass, and most of the tall bamboo had disappeared. The deer and the wild pig, finding that their natural cover had gone, moved further east. When the fire had died down and the smoke had cleared, the tiger prowled through the forest again, but found no game. He drank at the marsh and settled down in a shady spot to sleep the day away. The tiger spent 4 days looking for game. By that time he was so hungry that he even resorted to rotting among the dead leaves and burnt out stumps of trees, searching for worms and beetles. This was a sad come down for the king of the jungle. But even now he hesitated to leave the area in search of new hunting grounds, for he had a deep fear and suspicions of the unknown forest, further east forest, that were fast being swept away by human habitation. He could have gone north into the high mountains, but they did not provide him with the long grass he needed for cover. At break of the day he came to the marsh. The water was now slow and muddy, and a green scum had separated over the top. He drank and then lay down across his favorite rock, hoping for a deer, but none came. He was about to get up and lope away when he heard an animal approach. The tiger at once slipped off his rock and flattened himself on the ground, his tawny strips merging with the dry grass. A buffalo emerged from the jungle and came to the water. The buffalo was alone. He was a big male, and his long curved horns lay out back across his shoulders. He moved leisurely towards the water, completely unaware of the tiger's presence. The tiger hesitated before making his charge. It was a long time, many years, since he had killed a buffalo, and he knew instinctively that the villagers would be angry. But the pangs of hunger overcame his caution. There was no morning breeze. Everything was still, and the smell of the tiger did not reach the buffalo. A monkey chattered on a nearby tree, but his warning went unheeded. Crawling stealthily on his stomach, the tiger skirted the edge of the marsh and approached the buffalo from behind. The buffalo was standing in shallow water, drinking, when the tiger charged from the side and sank his teeth into his victim's thigh. The buffalo struggled but turned to fight. He snorted and lowered his horns at the tiger, but the big cat was too fast for the brave buffalo. He bit into other leg and the buffalo crashed to the ground. Then the tiger moved in for the kill. After resting, he began to eat, although he had been starving for days. He could not finish the huge carcass, and so he quenched his thirst at the marsh and drank the remains of the buffalo into the bushes to conceal it from jackals and vultures. Then he went up to find a place to sleep. He would return to the kill when he was hungry.
while learning English and sharing with you. If there are any mistakes in sentence and pronunciation, please comment. And please give a like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.